Hi guys, it's the average Buddhist, Barbara here, and today I thought I would make a video instead of just writing things down. In fact, I've been thinking about making more video lately, and you can let me know what you think of that idea. I don't know, I just think it's a little bit more conversational, a little bit more face-to-face, even though it's not a direct face-to-face. So let me know what you think. I'd love to make more video if you think it's a good idea. So if you've been on the Facebook group in the past couple of days, then you know that I've been talking a lot about the question of what does now mean? Not just as a word, but as a concept. And what do we perceive as now? And there's been lots of ideas about it, but I think it's really important actually to continue the discussion because we do so much with the idea of now as Buddhists. We, in our mindfulness work and in our meditation, are always looking for being in the now, staying in the now, perceiving the now. And yet, I'm not sure that we're all even in agreement as to what now is or how it happens. And it's not that we have to be in agreement, it's just an interesting philosophical concept, though, that there even could be different ideas of what it is to be in the now. So it reminded me of this information I got back in grad school about the P300 wave. And I thought I'd throw this out here as a way to sort of add something new to the discussion. I had to look it up again because it had been a while since I had thought about this concept in any detail. So the P300 wave is this neural signal that goes through the brain as a stimulus passes. So something comes along, you drop a rock on your toe, you're going to get a P300 wave. If the doorbell rings, you're going to get a P300 wave. It's simply a neural message that's telling you something new has happened and you may need to pay attention to it. So when I looked it up again, I saw that there were actually two P300 waves. And it was really interesting because there's the P3A wave that happens about 200 to 250 milliseconds after a stimulus occurs. And apparently this happens in the frontal and in the central parts of the brain. Now, the central parts of the brain, that didn't surprise me because that's where the fight or flight system lives, the limbic system. And it's that system that's supposed to alert you if something really important is happening that needs attention right now because you're in danger. But the frontal lobe did surprise me because that's usually the part of the brain that's most associated with thinking and with planning and strategizing and personality and things like that. And so the fact that it landed there first was curious to me. Now, the P3B wave occurs between 250 milliseconds and 500 milliseconds after a stimulus, and it's happening more back here in the parietal lobe of the brain. Now, the parietal lobe is where all sensory information comes in. So once again, I was surprised because I would have thought that the sensory centers would have lit up first, when in fact that frontal and central area lit up, followed soon after by the centers associated with sensory information. So once again, very, very curious. But what this brings up for us is that cognitive neuroscientists use this information to understand how long it takes the brain to orient itself towards something that's happening. In essence, they're using it to define the body's perception of now. And that's all happening a half second after the inciting event, which means that no matter what we're doing, if we're meditating, if we're mindfully walking, if we're eating, whatever it is we're doing, we're actually experiencing it after the now. We can never actually experience now because we don't perceive it until after it's already happened. And I don't know, I kind of find this really interesting and mind-boggling at the same time. And, you know, I don't know if it has implications for how we think about these things in Buddhism or not. Are we really actually trying to experience now, or are we merely trying to understand the reflection of now? Is the idea of experiencing now merely a concept, Or is it something we can actually strive for? I mean, these are all open questions. I have no idea. I think it would be interesting to talk a lot more. So again, kind of let me know what you think. And I'll talk to you again soon.